So, I want to share something. I've read, I've read, some, I have a hobby of philosophy, and I have to say I pick and choose the people I want to believe and their ideas. Just because they're famous doesn't mean they actually are good philosophers. I mean, I look at, I'll tell you the honest truth. I tried reading Ayn Rand and I thought it was so stupid. I couldn't read it. It just didn't make any sense. Unless she's communist, that she wants you to concentrate on just yourself and getting ahead, not worrying about other people, the vicinity in which you live. God, it's just people buy into that. And I'm like, Thomas Jefferson never read that. And he wrote a pretty good Declaration of Independence. So I'll just open a page of a book. And this is not really, this isn't the real deal. I mean, I could read you Aristotle. I've got it over there, the Metaphysics. And also I've got this book on that I got at the Barnes and Noble, and it was throughout history, all the different philosophers on aesthetics and art. And it's a pretty thick book, but that's my area of caring is aesthetics. And aesthetics is beauty and architecture and humans. And there is always some abnormality for beauty. It's got to be something that catches your eye. So let's see what we got here at this page. The Battle of the Lapis and Centaurs. In far-off Thessaly, there lived a tribe called the Lapis, and their king was Pirithous. Theseus, the future slayer of the Minotaur, was his friend. I don't know. Antigone was Oedipus' daughter and inherited her father's can't say the word. I know what it means. Refusal and passion. During her father's exile, Antigone's two brothers fought with each other for control of Thebes. In the final battle, doesn't that sound like Cain and Abel a little bit? I'm thinking maybe. They died in each other's hand. The new king, Antigone, Uncle Creon, decreed that one brother who defended Thebes should be given a state funeral, and the other who attacked the city should be left unburied, his corpse to rot on the battlefield, and his soul to wander forever without rest. And that's duality of soul. See, this is before people took up with Aristotle, who's scientific, and no scientific proof. Not yet. We may end up being able to measure the energy that's actually transmitted from our cells, and somehow maybe that relates to the soul. I think it does. I've had enough experiences in dreams and outer body experiences, and so much that I've had an object moved in my house that was impossible. As a painting didn't fall, it jumped off the wall. This book is it's called The 8 Pillars of Greek Wisdom. I think it would be good for public school kids to get videos of these if they're not into reading. Some people don't like reading books. My son, but he likes plays. In the 5th century AC, Athenian playwright Sophocles praised humanity's achievements. Okay, this is good. Many of the world's wonders, but none more wondrous than man. Under the south wind gale, he traverses the gray sea, knifing through its surging swells. Earth, you have to remember, they didn't know anything was after. The sea was it, flat and just went on forever. Earth, eldest of the gods, imperishable and everlasting, he erodes year after year with winding furrows, cut by his equine team, a winged flock of birds and wild herd. These people knew how to entertain themselves, A wild herds of beasts and the salt sea school of fish. He entraps in the woven mesh of his devious net. With his devices, he overpowers the creatures of the wild, reining in the shaggy-maned stallion and yoking the stubborn mountain bull. Speech he developed and windswept thought, and the talent to dwell together, and learned how to evade the chilling frost and pelting rain. In genus, there is nothing that comes he cannot master. Only from death can he not contrive an escape. Thank you, Sophocles. I think well of you for your work. And we will have some good philosophers in our day and age too. To me, it's like you may not be ready to read philosophy if you're young, but as you get older, it's good to keep in touch with it to see if it makes sense in today's society. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't make sense. Maybe it's ruining the environment by being so selfish, Ayn Rand. We can't afford to think that way. We have way too many people, and means of education is there with the internet and schools. We have to educate ourselves, and the people that can read, the people that dance, the people that do theater, the people that do football, either one, soccer, or people that travel for work and intermingle between the continents and the countries. Do your work too for peace.